Thank you. Let's start sharing my screen. Let me know everyone able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. So good morning all. Today is our first session. So first thing we are going to discuss about the AWS and DevOps. Before going to discuss about the AWS DevOps, we need to understand why AWS came to the market. Okay. So why we used to call it as AWS as a cloud computing, and before cloud computing in market, what we are going to use, okay, what we are used in market, that we need to understand. Then only we can go ahead for the cloud computing. Okay, let's AWS. Okay, AWS is a Amazon provided service. Okay, the full form is Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services. It is provided. Basically, AWS is provided by Amazon. Okay. So you are aware we are having a few of market, a few of cloud providers like Azure, GCP, those kind of things. But why we need to learn AWS itself means AWS is the one of the topmost cloud in all over the world and in all over India. If you see in most of the organizations, they are using AWS itself. If you go and search in Google also, it clearly shows AWS is the top one web services in real time. Okay. So before going to the AWS, we need to understand what is cloud computing. What is cloud computing? Cloud, cloud computing means through the internet, they are going to provide a services. Through internet, they are going to service. Okay. But before we don't have a cloud computing, like nowadays it's going to be popular. Like after the COVID, cloud computing is going to be very popular. But before, what organizations has used? They used a on-premises servers. What is on-premises servers? Anyone having an idea what is on-premises? Anyone? No? No idea on about the on-premises? On-premises servers is nothing but physical servers. Physical servers. Okay. Suppose, do you want to establish one organization, guys? Do you want to establish one organization? What are the main components do you require? What are the main components do you require to establish a company? The main thing is you need to set up, this is your organization. Just assume that this is your organization. Okay. So what are the main components required? First thing, you need a servers. You need a servers. So at that time, what we has to do, we went and we have purchased these kind of physical servers. These physical servers should be having a configuration. So suppose, do you want to do something? What you require to perform in laptop? Definitely you has to purchase a laptop, right? For that laptop, what will be the major components will be having? Hardware is the major component, right? Like some Intel Core i7 processor, something i5, i3, like that, and 8 GB of RAM, 4 GB of RAM, similarly 1 TB of hard disk, like that. Usually you used to get. So, but if you compare to the real-time organization, that small things will not work. It will be the larger amount has to be taken. See, means some 100 CPU cores and some 100 GB of RAM or 1000 GB of RAM also. And TB also some 1000 GB or 1000 TB, like this, they has to be purchased. So for this purchasing, how much cost they will approximately needs to invest? Approximately might be 1 CR they has to invest. 1 CR they has to invest. And they don't know what are the requirements they will be having. What are the requirements they will be having? Might be lesser than 20 CPU cores only might be they utilize, but 80% of percentage is waste. But they have purchased because they has to set up an organization, right? Definitely they has to set up a These kind of servers, whenever they'll get a requirement, they don't know. So what happening here? Wastage is happening. Wastage is happening, and maintenance also, we has to maintain this thing. What thing? Definitely, if you take a server for that specific person, server admin needs to maintain this one, on top of the installations or any maintenance, everything they has to maintain on premises. Yes, yes or no? Definitely we have to maintain, right? Suppose if you are having a laptop, suppose suddenly having an issue, what you has to do? Usually you will go to shops and you will get a repair, but in real time, not we don't do like that. We will be having our admin team, they only needs to work on those. So not only purchasing this, for maintenance, all the things also we has to do, right? For that also we need a humans. So if you take this kind of on premises, this will be having a trouble. Instead of that, what cloud providers are doing, the same configurations they are providing, like however we are purchasing this on premises, right? The same thing they are providing us through the cloud computing. How they are providing? Through the internet. Through the internet. Let's open my documentation. See, cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources, compute, storage applications through a cloud platform called AWS via internet with pay-as-go method. Means you will get doubt. Naveen, you are saying we can access this through online. How we can access this online? Through the internet, how we can access? Through the internet, we are going to access, that is called as a cloud computing, you are saying. That's fine. But how we are accessing this, Naveen? Definitely you'll get a doubt. Guys, before going to cloud computing, on-premises is clear? Can anyone please let me know? On-premises is clear? At least over the chat. Clear about the on-premises? Do you want to repeat again? I can repeat. Clear? At least ping me over the chat. Once again, sure. Sure, Nikhil. Suppose, Nikhil, do you want to set up an organization? What are the main components required? Better you can interact with me. So that would be the helpful for us. Okay. What you required majorly? You require servers, right? Without having server, you can't do anything. You can do anything? No, right? If you are having a server, then only you can do anything. So on-premises means physical servers we are going to set up in our organizations. Physical servers means this is your organization. In this organization, what you are going to do, you are going to purchase these kind of hardware requirements. This kind of hardware requirements you are going to purchase. This is called on-premises servers. These kind of hardware where you are setting, you are setting in your organization. In your organization, you are going to set up these kind of hardware components. That is called on-premises. It's clear, Nikhil? What is on-premises is clear? Okay. So the same thing cloud providers also providing, but we are not setting up anything in organization. Just through the laptop, we are going to utilize these kind of hardware. That is called cloud computing. It's clear about right now. We don't set up anything over our organization, but we can access these kind of hardware setup through online. That is called as a cloud computing. You can see here as well. Cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources, compute, storage applications through cloud services platform called AWS via internet as a pay-as-go method. I'll let you know what is this pay-as-go method, okay? If you understand this on-premises, then I can tell you how cloud providers are providing us, okay? It's clear, right, up to now? Okay. Then we can discuss about the cloud computing, right? Okay. Just I'm removing this diagram, guys. Okay. So cloud computing means they are also providing a same physical servers, right? Whatever the servers, they are going to provide some thousand or they will be having some larger CPU cores. Okay. Some TBs. of hard disk they are going to provide for us. Even RAMs also they are going to provide us. Okay. Just I'm mentioning CPU cores. I don't know exactly count what they are going to provide. Okay. So how they are providing through the internet for us? Cloud computing, how they are AWS providing these kind of services through the internet. Because in all over the world, AWS have set up in 26 regions, 26 regions, they have set up their data centers with these kind of CPU cores. I'll show you over the Google. Amazon data centers. Images. See, like this kind of setup, they are going to put. See, these all are the data centers. See, like this, they have constructed some specific buildings. Some specific buildings. See, this is the Navi Mumbai building data center. And under that, what they are going to do, they are going to set up these kind of servers. These kind of physical servers, they are going to set up. Like that, all over the world, they have set up 26 regions, guys. 26 regions. Okay. For each regions, at least they are going to keep 3 to 2 to 3 availability zones. I'll tell you about the availability zones. So, previous what we did in on-premises, we only purchased these kind of servers, right? We have purchased this kind of servers and we have set up in our organization. Now, we are not going to take the on-premises. Now, we are taking cloud resources. So, how cloud resources are working? Because this AWS have set up all over the world. They have set up these kind of data centers in 26 regions. In 26 regions, under that, they have installed these kind of physical servers. These kind of physical servers. So how we are going to access this kind of physical servers? Through the AWS portal. Through this AWS portal. If you connect this to AWS portal, through this, whatever the service you want, what happened from here through the internet, they will provide through this website. Means we can access through this website, this whatever the physical servers related thing, right? Those things we can able to access via internet through AWS portal. It's clear for everyone? It's clear? How they are providing is clear? Okay. So I told availability zones, right? So in 26 regions like this, they have set up. That's fine. Through internet, they are providing these services. Means suppose I want one setup. Suppose my 1 TB of hard disk for requirement and 8 GB of RAM I required, 2 CPU cores I required. So what I'll do simply, I'll log into the AWS console, okay? And through the AWS console, I'll take this 1 TB of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, 2 CPU cores. So whenever I took these configurations, what happened, from portal, whenever we are selecting in this data center, some space, it will be provided for us. But it is not a free of cost, guys. This is not a free of cost. Whatever we are utilizing, for that we has to pay. It's a kind of a rent. We are taking a rent. Means we are providing a money to them to take those servers as a rent. Suppose you are going to be you don't have a own house. Suppose what you will do usually, we will pay some amount to our owner and we are going to stay that home, right? Similarly, this way also same. On-premises means your own servers. But if you come to the cloud services, just what we are taking, we are providing rent to them and we are utilizing those services. Whenever we don't require, what we are going to do? We don't provide the rent, right? We don't provide the rent. Simply, here also we are going to terminate. So how much you utilize, that much you has to pay them. Okay. So why we don't, why we has to use this AWS resources? Why we don't supposed to use on-premises? Means on-premises, if you want to purchase, that will be the very huge amount, and we can't able to scalability. Suppose our requirement today, suppose we are going to keep any offer, we don't have that specific servers. Suppose our servers today, suppose we have taken this much of configurations. Okay, these configurations only might be 1,000 people's only can able to access. Okay, in on-premises also, on-premises also. So similarly, these 1,000 people double to 2,000 people, 2,000 people. Again, what you need to do, you has to set up this on-premises. In within a 1 minute, you can able to set up your on-premises server. No, right? For setting up means is not easy. You has to go to shop and you have to purchase and you has to install it in your organization and you has to prepare that whatever things. At least it will take 2 to 3 days. But within a minute, 1,000 people double to 2,000 people. But this configuration we can't able to access. The server will get down. So how we can do? If you take instead of on-premises, if you take cloud, you know, if 1,000 people's, it's double 2,000. Within a second, we can change our configurations. Like it is 2 TB, it is 16 TB, it is 4. Within a second, you can able to change your configuration. But on-premises, you can't able to change that configurations. That's why AWS, whatever the cloud services we are going to use. It's clear what is the benefit of cloud services. So let's show you. So the 3 keywords why we are going to use on demand. Whenever, whatever we need, we will get the immediate, guys. We will get immediate. And one more thing is scalable. Scalable means increase and decrease the configuration as per our requirement. Suppose today, as 2,000 persons, we are taking this much of configuration. Tomorrow again, 1,000 people only will come. So unnecessary for this configuration might be we are going to pay 1,000 rupees. Suppose just think about 1,000 rupees we are going to pay for 2,000 persons. Today only 1,000 people only can able to access our website. Why we have to invest this 1,000 rupees? Instead of that, I want to only give 500 rupees. So at that time, what we need to do? Again, we can decrease our configuration as 1 TB, here 8 GB, here 2 CPU cores. Means you can change your configurations in cloud computing. In on-premises, that's not work out for us. That's why people are going to move forward to the cloud computing. So scalability is there. Means increase, decrease configuration as per your requirement whenever do you want. On demand means whenever, whatever we need, we will get the immediate. Okay. Pay only whatever you use. Suppose today you are using 1 TB RAM, 8 GB of RAM, 2 CPU cores. For that only we can use. Tomorrow we are using 2 TB, 16 GB, some 4 CPU. For that only we has to pay. Okay. Whatever you are using, for that only you has to pay. Okay. Not completely you need to pay to the Amazon portal. That is how they are going to provide through the internet. Through the internet, they are going to create. Okay. It's clear. So what is this availability zones? If it is clear about this concept, then I can go ahead for the availability zone, guys. Can anyone please let me know it's clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is this availability zones? Availability zones is, so they have set up this kind of 26 regions, right? Each regions contains 2 to 3 kind of availability zones. Availability zone. So why we has to keep this kind of availability zones? Means suppose in our India, we will be having Mumbai region, right? Mumbai region, we will be having this DC. In this DCs also, we will be having 3 availability zones. Okay, 3 availability zones. I'll just delete this so you'll be getting confused. So in this Mumbai, we will be having 3 availability zones. Okay, why we need to keep 3 availability zones? One is fine, right? Why we need to keep 2 to 3 organizations? Suppose guys, suppose most of the people you are in from Hyderabad or Bangalore, Chennai, suppose, okay. So if you see organizations, suppose Accenture, TCS, some Wipro, what they are going to Infosys, what they are going to do? They are setting their organizations in one place in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai. What they used to do? They have to set up their organization in 3 to 4 areas, right? Suppose if you take a TCS, they have set up in one is Adibatla, one is in Synergy Park, one is in High Tech City, one is in some Gachibowli, right? They have set up in 4. Similarly, Accenture also they will be having in multiple areas. Similarly, Infosys, some Pocharam Gatkesar, and one is it Gachibowli. Means 2 to 3 kind of things they are going to set up. Similarly, our data centers also, they are going to set up in not a one place. They are going to set up in 3 places. 3 places. That too interlinked each other. Suppose one region is down. What they used to do, they have to send the traffic to different regions. Different regions. That's why these availability zones are created. These availability zones are created. It's simple, right? Hope everyone understood about these availability zones. So they are going to mention a name called 1A, 1B, 1C. Availability zones names. Okay. They have to, they have defined like this, like Mumbai 1A, Mumbai 1B, Mumbai 1C. 3 availability regions they have set up with 3 different areas. We don't know about the Mumbai areas, but if you want, you can go and search in a Google. Okay. This is about the cloud computing. Hope everyone understood this cloud computing. Let me know, guys. Everyone understood? Clear? Any doubts up to now?
No.
No doubts? Okay. Yeah, that's great. We'll move on. Few of important things. Okay. In market, these cloud providers are providing 3 different things. Let me remove these guys. So cloud providers are providing 3 kinds of infrastructure, 3 kind of services. Okay. Those services are IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. In interview, there is the most important questions they are going to ask in cloud computing. Okay. First thing they are going to ask, what is cloud computing? That is perfect. Cloud computing, we are going to get a services through the internet. Uh, uh, we can access through internet. Those kind of services called compute, application, those kind of services we are going to access. Okay. Next thing, what is IaaS, what is PaaS, what is SaaS? These 3 are the very important interview questions. Let's discuss about what is IaaS, what is PaaS, what is SaaS. Okay. Let's note down here. IaaS. First we'll make a note. After that, we'll discuss the topic. Infrastructure as a service. Next, PaaS, platform as a service. Next, SaaS, software as a service. Okay. So now let's discuss about this IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Okay. Because this is the most interview question, important interview questions they'll ask you. So what is IaaS? IaaS, PaaS, SAS are going to provide these cloud providers. Cloud providers is nothing but Amazon, Azure, AWS, Azure, GCP. These are all 3 parts. These are all 3 teams are providing this kind of services. So what is IaaS? Infrastructure as a service. You can see is the definition itself. It's clearly shows. It is also known as a cloud infrastructure service. It is responsible for managing application data, middleware, runtime environment. Means it will provide the all infrastructure, guys. As we discussed, right? AWS will provide the infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure? They will provide a hard disk. They will provide a CPU cores. They will provide a RAM. They will provide a OS. Just they will provide this kind of things. This is called infrastructure as a service. This kind of services who will provide usually? Example is AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba Cloud, Oracle, IBM. So many kind of clouds, they are going to provide this kind of infrastructure. Just they are going to provide this kind of infrastructure. Okay, means they are just giving you hardware configurations. On top of that, you has to develop yourself. You want to install OS, you want to deploy something, you can install some applications. On top of that, what you can do? You can perform your work. That is called IaaS. That is called IaaS. It's clear for everyone. What is IaaS means clear? They are providing infrastructure for us. This kind of infrastructure they are going to provide. Through the internet only we are going to access, guys. Through the internet only we are going to access. Okay. So this AWS, Azure, GCP, these cloud providers are going to provide this kind of infrastructure as a service. Next, PaaS, platform as a service. In this platform as a service, what are the services we used to get? Same, whatever IaaS related things, right? IaaS related things we used to get here, guys. Means HDD, CPU, RAM, OS, all the things we'll get. On top of that, we used to get platform as a service. It is also known as a cloud platform service. It is quite similar to SaaS, but the difference is PaaS provides software creation. But using SaaS, we can access software over the internet. Let you know. So what they'll do, they'll provide a software as well. They'll provide a software as well. Here, they are providing only infrastructure. What you have to do? You have to install your software. After the software installation, you have to deploy something. But here, what happened? This HDD, CPU, RAM, OS, all will be provided. IaaS and software also it is going to install. Software also it is going to install. What is your work, guys? Software also it is going to provide. Simply, you are going to deploy your services. Deploy your services. Best example is, let me give the past examples. OpenShift, Kubernetes. These all already definedly it will be like EKS. EKS, AKS. EKS means it is a Kubernetes service which provided by AWS. Okay. AKS is it is provided by Kubernetes service in Azure. Okay. What they are going to do? If usually, if we are having this configuration, what we are going to do? We are going to create one system and we are going to install this kind of Kubernetes service. But here, what they are doing? They are installing software already. Just we are going to access this EKS and AKS. You got it, guys? Even software also they are going to install. Just we are using that software and we are going to deploy our application. That is called platform as a service. It's clear for everyone? They are going to install the software also. It's clear for everyone, right? Let me know, guys. Up to here, it's clear. IaaS, PaaS is clear. Please respond, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next, SaaS. What is this SaaS? Software as a service. Same, guys. Again, here what happened, they are IaaS related things is there. PAS related things also there. Even configuration also they only provide. Just it is kind of you can utilize the software. Nothing you can't do. Nothing you don't do. Just you will use this software. Means they created the infrastructure, they have installed the software, they have configured the software. Just what we are doing, we are utilizing this software. We are utilizing this software. The best example is now we are using Zoom, guys. Zoom means this is already Zoom predefined. This Zoom application already predefinedly they have created, right? What we are using, simply we are joining a meeting that is called a SaaS. Teams application. WhatsApp, these all are software as a services. But WhatsApp is a free service right now. But this Zoom service, it is not a free service, guys, which we are using. This is a premium service. Means Zoom is only 40 minutes only. We has to utilize the Zoom. More than the 40 minutes, again, we has to create the one more. So we has to take a subscription. Subscription means pay as a method only, right? 1 year subscription we are going to take. Up to that, they are going to provide a service. That is called as a SaaS. The best example is Zoom and Teams application. These kind of things. Hope everyone understood that's clear about the IAS, PAS, SAS. In interview, they'll ask questions. So these kind of things you can remember. These diagrams you can remember. So it will be very helpful for us. It is easy or tough, guys? Hope everyone understood cloud computing and IAS, PAS, SAS concepts. Please let me know over the chat whether you understood or no. Everyone? Or at least tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is about the cloud computing, guys. This is about the cloud computing. So what are the components AWS is providing and what are the services we are going to learn? Let's discuss right now. Okay, let's discuss right now. 1 minute. Let me take this kind of picture so it would be helpful for us. In future, if you go, just remember, so it will be very helpful. I'll save this one. Okay, later I'll save. Later I'll save. Okay. So what are the services? We'll take notepad. I'll let you know what are the services we are going to discuss in Amazon services. Okay. In AWS, first thing we are going to learn EC2. EC2 means it is a compute service, guys. It is a compute service. It is a compute service we are going to learn. Like we are going to create our infrastructure. Like we are going to create our servers in this with the help of EC2. Okay. At least it will take 1 week of time to complete EC2. Next, S3. S3 is storage service. Suppose, do you want to storage something? Where you will store? You will store in your Google Drive, right? Similarly, Amazon is also providing the storage service that is called S3. Okay. Might be, usually it will take 2 to 3 days of time. Okay. Next, VPC, virtual private cloud. But I'll write a notes here. Full form also I'll write. Elastic Cloud Computing. Okay. S3 Simple Storage Service. Okay. VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. This we are going to, this is networking related thing, guys. Networking related. Might be it will take 3 days of time for us. Okay. So what is this VPC means? Nothing else. Suppose you can create your infrastructure, you will access in privately. If you access without creating your virtual private network, our hackers can access. So So what we are going to do? We are going to create our specific network. Then only we can able to access this kind of secure network. Okay, under that secure network, we are going to utilize our services. Okay. Next, I am identity access management.
దా పెడతాను.
Someone guys, please be on mute. This is access related tool, guys. This is access related tool. This is also takes 2 to 3 days. Okay. So basically, if you want access, some particular access, if suppose I some fresher joined on our organization, okay. If I provide access to him, all access, he don't know what he'll do. Simply he'll do create all the things. So what I'll do, I'll restrict with the help of IAM. I'll restrict the access for the users. Okay. I'll restrict the access for the users. That is called IAM. Next, we are going to use RDS. That is a relational database. Relational database means DB. Here we are going to access, we are going to create a database. Those database we are going to provide. This is a one-day class, guys. It is very simple database which we are going to create. So this database, what we are going to do, we are going to provide to our SQL admins, whatever our database team will be there, right? We are going to provide those things in database team. Without having database, we can't store anything, right? Suppose some DMART, what they required, they will be having few of databases like suppose you are scanning something, they will get the some particular price. How they are getting the particular price of that product? Because they are maintaining the database, right? Then only they are getting the particular database like that. So they are storing these in these databases. Okay. Any concepts left? I think CloudFront also we are going to IAM. No. Route 53. Route 53 is it's a DNS service. Domain naming service. Okay. This is 1-day class, 1 or 2 days, some 1 or 2 days. Okay. So what is this DNS means? Nothing but naming. Suppose guys, you are going to create one web server. For that web server, it will get IP address. Okay. Customers can remember that IP address. Instead of providing that IP address, if we give friendly domain, we can attach. Users can able to access that one, right? Suppose I have created my server. I got IP address called 10.1.1. Something. Every time I can able to enter 10.1.1.10. I can't remember, right? Instead of that, I can attach www.navin.com. Navin.com means it's very easy, right? That kind of domain we are going to purchase and we are going to deploy. Okay. That is called Route 53. Next, CloudFront. This is also 1-day session. Nothing, guys. We are going to create our servers. Suppose our servers are in US. So US people are able to access their servers in quickly, but from India, we are not able to access those servers quickly. It is getting a time delay. So through the CloudFront, what we are going to do, we are going to boost our server. However, US people are able to access within a 1 second, right? From India persons also even can able to access 1 second. How it is possible means with the help of this CloudFront. These are the topics which we are going to cover in our cloud AWS session. Let me cross verify. Load balances, auto scaling. These all things will be coming under there itself. Yeah, that's it, guys. These are the topics which we are going to cover in our AWS syllabus. Okay. Once this is done, then we can jump to the DevOps. Okay. Almost these AWS itself, it will take around 18 days to 1 month. Mostly 18 days to 25 days it will take to complete. Okay. Any doubts, guys? Let me know now. I'm done from my side. Any doubts from your side, please let me ask. I'm done from my side, guys. If you are having any questions, please ask.
Sir, AWS and how much service and provide?
Didn't get?
AWS and how much service and provide?
AWS is providing not only these services. If you want AI related, they are going to provide AI related services. They are going to provide DevOps related services. They are going to provide ML related services. Even developer related also they are going to provide. So we are learning as a solution architect level. Whatever we are going to learn, right? These are, we are learning as a solution architect. These services we are going to learn in our AWS. Okay. It's clear, Deepak?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Means in real-time organizations, we will be having multiple things. All kind of services it is providing. Whatever services you require, those kind of services is providing. Suppose security related services also it is providing. As we discussed, right? AI, ML, those kind of services. But from our syllabus, we are going to learn solution architect. Solution architect means, suppose we are going to create one organization. For that organization, what are the main requirements? Server, that maintenance, that infrastructure, the database, that particular domains. Those are the main important components, right? Those are we are going to learn. It's clear, Deepak?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone having other doubts? That's it. Apart of Deepak, anyone having any other doubts? No doubts?
Sir, I'm already fresher. Then I start my career in cloud computing and DevOps.
Can you repeat? Your voice is low.
Sir, I'm now a fresher. Then my career start cloud computing and DevOps started.
Uh, I mean, it doesn't require any kind of specific skills, guys. Cloud computing is a very easy thing. We don't have a coding here. Okay. Non-IT background also can learn. IT background also can learn. Because nowadays, every companies are expecting at least employees required one cloud computing knowledge. Because all companies are moving cloud. And if you learn only AWS, that is not helpful for us. At least you have to learn the DevOps or something, Python or something. Then only it will be helpful for you. Someone asked me a question, I think, over the chat. Yeah, coming to the DevOps, that only I'm telling. Like deployment related, it will be there. Suppose through this infrastructure, once we created a cloud architecture, they are going to create this kind of infrastructure, right? So once we created infrastructure, suppose we got a requirement to develop some application. Let's take an Instagram application. Okay, Ganesh, let's take an Instagram application. So for creating an application, what are the teams required? First thing, developers we required. Why developers we required? Developers are required to develop the application, first thing, but they won't deploy. Okay. So once developer developed the application, what the next thing will be going? Testing team will test. Without testing, can we deploy? No, we can't deploy. Okay. So once testing team will test, if everything goes good, our DevOps team, what we are going to do? We are going to deploy that Instagram application. Then only people are able to access that applications. Okay. Not only the deployment, even we have to maintain that application, we have to monitor that application. That is the DevOps engineer part. It's clear, Ganesh? Others, any doubts? Clear? No doubts? I think I'm done.
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll connect again tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just stopping the recording.